Alright, well kids, welcome to part 9 of my tutorials. We are going to be working on now with the intros and the outros of the track. So let's get started. Right, so first of all, I'm just going to go straight to the back to the start of the track. And we're going to get the full intro and that done. And then after we've done that, after we've done that, then we're going to go right to the end of the track and do the outro. So what I do first is we've got this 16 bar gap left here, which is the very start of the track. So we're just going to paste in some drums, nice and simple. Right, so first of all, a crash. And this is usually what I do. I usually take the claps out for the first 8 bars and then introduce them into the next 8 for up to the 16th. Right, so obviously a crash first. We want a down filler, so we'll bang that in there, and crash here, reverse one there. Just try and create a little bit of something so you know your claps are coming in. So usually just say, I don't know, couple of kicks, something like that maybe. We'll play that. Yeah, just something like that, just so you know you're introducing something. And then you've got your crashes there as well, which also help along with that. And then we're going to put an uplifter in there, and this is uplifting into where bass intro is going to be coming. Also, we're just going to pull back on these because this is where I'm going to put fill in. Right, so put another crash there, and we want down filler in there as well with the side. So that's the side chain one, and this is the one without the side chain. So yeah, we'll bang that one in there. And we need to pick a nice fill to go in there now into where the bass is going to come in. So I think what we'll do there, we'll go and have a look at some nice fills. We'll have a look in the Vec packs. There's plenty in them. 4. I think there's some in the iron anyway. X. I could have sworn there was some in there. Oh, there, fills. Right, so we'll have a little look through these. I'll just turn the volume down just while we're doing it. Don't want something too drummy type, you know what I mean? Even someone like that could work. We'll just bang that in there. And first of all, it's obviously not going to be in the right time stretch. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to rename it on here on the track, just so we know where we're at with it. So we'll call this a fill. That's what it is. It's a fill. And then we'll just lock that one as well. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to double click that. We'll bring our mixer up and we'll assign that to number 18. That one's empty there, ready for it. So we'll name this one Phil. Alright, Phil. Right. So we've got that in there. We're just going to turn the volume back up now. and we need to get this in time, so we just use the time stretch, and basically we just snap it to the grid like that, and that's it. As long as it's all snapped to each side of the grid, you kind of feel it anyway. It's like it's not going anywhere else until you push it a bit harder. So yeah, you kind of feel it snapping to the grid anyway. So there, that's that done onto there. Don't need to do that. But to bring it back to its original sound, we're just going to click that, click auto, that'll take it back to its original, and bring the mixer up. We'll just turn it down just a little bit for now and see what it's like when it comes in with the mix. Right, now that sounds pretty much alright to me, like, so I think we'll stick with that. Now it's a case of getting more bass line in. So we need a nice flat bass line just for our intro. So what we're going to do is, so we've got donk mid bass 2 there, #2. So that's the second one we made unique. So now we're going to do it. We're going to make this one unique and turn that into number 3. So, right. Now all we need to do here with this, nice and simple, we're just going to hold control, mouse, left click on the mouse, hold that in, and that just brings up that, and then you can highlight it all. And we're just going to hold shift and push up or down on the keypad, and obviously we want it in G. So, or if you really want to get technical, you can take it from the G minor and you could put it in a major key. So you're switching, you're switching it into a major scale instead, which G sharp minor is. Oh god, in a major, changing to a major, I can't even think. So anyway, right. So we're just gonna crack on anyway. We're gonna do this. We're not gonna make things too technical. All that music theory bollocks and that. But right, so first of all, I think that's gonna sound a bit high. So I might want to take it down. Right. I'm going to try and knock it down a full octave. So if we hold control and down. Right, well I think it sounds better deeper and lower. I mean, you might think it sounds better higher. It's entirely up to you how you want to have it. But I'm just going to go on the lower notes anyway. So, right, but because I've done so, I'm going to, some of me little bits here, I'm going to make them like high. So you just like that, so maybe like just like that, you know. And then sorry, I've just noticed something there. Got that. Right, so this will probably make it sound pretty good if I do this. No, I don't like that. Nah, we're going to take the reverse ones out. I'm not really liking that, like, so we'll go back into there. Same again up there, maybe. Just something like that. But I think what we'll do, right, we'll make this longer than just 8 bars. We'll make it a full length. So basically, if we just control all, A for all, Control copy, and then just Control V, and then that'll paste it. And then if you click on the menu up here, I mean, you can just do Control D if you want. And it's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. And then that deselects it all, what you've just done there. So, the only reason I'm going to do this is because I want to try and make it a little bit different at the very end of this one to that one. Just little bits of different variations in it. Just give it a bit of grief. So basically for the first 8, these like first 4 bars is going to be like that, and then the next 4. So I think I'm going to change a couple of little bits maybe. Just something like that. Just a little bit of difference, you know what I mean? It keeps it interesting. Yeah, definitely, I'm happy with that. And also we don't want to have where it's dropping into the breakdown. We don't want to have that last little bit on there. So right, so we'll see what that sounds like from the start. Well, not from the start, but yeah, as you can hear, that sounds pretty much bang on. That'll do me. I mean, you can even take this little bit out here as well, just to give it a little bit more of a groove there, like something different. You know what I mean? Just like that. So yeah, we'll leave that like that, and we'll maybe, yeah, no, we'll leave that like that. Right, so now we're going to go right to the end of the track, and we're going to do the outro. So basically, same thing again. Just going to be the same bass line. Sorry, hold on. We're going to go back to the intro, actually. We haven't put the sub bass in there. Right, so we're going to make this one unique. Make unique. And then if we just click back into that channel roll, copy all, and then off there into this one, into the sub bass, and then we're just going to delete that, and it's Control V, and that'll put the sub bass in there. And yeah, that's perfect. That'll do. Right, so we've got the sub bass in there, so it'll sound a lot heavier now. Yeah, definitely, hell of a lot better. Right, so now we're going to go to the end of the track. So this is what outro we're doing now. So if we'll put donk mid bass in there, same again, and 3. So this is what outro of the track. We're just gonna take them off the end here. So we're introducing, we're taking like, we're basically coming right down out of the last drop now. Just take these end bits off. Put a crash there. Put one there. I mean, usually with me, there's a crash every 8 bars, like, you know what I mean? And then this is where we're introducing our outro. So these few crashes in there. Kick there, just on that bit. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna, I could do it like, and I can't, honestly, I can do things a hell of a lot quicker in my easy ways and stuff, but I'm just trying to show, for the benefit of the tutorials and that, I'm just trying to make things as easy as possible for you lot, you know what I mean? Especially beginners. So paste all them in there. And we need that in there as well. Nice sweep down in there. And that's it for them. So crash there, obviously. Like I said, every 8 bars. And then we're just going to do some crashes like this here. Sweep up. Another snare roll. And take these out. Don't really want them in there. All that bit. Right, so now this is the very, very, very end of the track. So the track is going to be 5 minutes, whatever, long. This is the very, very, very end of the track. So we'll just paste all them in there. Another crash there, and the last few crashes in here. So I'm just going to do that again down there. Take the kicks out there. I always take the claps out at the end as well. And then it just finishes like that. Yeah, nice. And I always put both of the sweep downs in this last bit as well. Another sweep up. And literally that's all that gets put on there. You don't need to do nothing fancy on the very end of a track. Especially if it's an extended version, which this is. It doesn't need nothing there. That's all it needs. Just that. Literally. And you'll notice at the end of my tracks, it's always like this. There's nothing really different about, unless I put like a daft little vocal bit at the very, very end or something like that. But other than that, that's how it ends. And we'll pull this out as well. And right, that's another thing we need to do here. We need to bring these further. Oh, no, we don't need to bring them. Well, I'm going to do that anyway, just to make sure. So delete that. So that was 87 if we remember rightly. And this one was 83. Just get rid of that one. Just always make sure these bits, you know, your Q bits, like for your tension of your automation and that, just always make sure they are not, especially if you're wanting it like all the same, like flat all the way along. And then same again, that one's fully at the top. Tension on that's 0% as well. We'll lead bus filter. Right, so this is where we want to filter it out at. Should be fine just there like that. And that's it. That should be it there, like. And like I say again, just maybe pulling this bit out like that. Yeah. And that's it. That's where intro and outro is done. Yeah. So that's that session done. see you all in the next episode. Hope you all enjoyed it so far. Thank you very much for joining in. Don't forget to go and subscribe on YouTube.